Alright, we're back after an unintentional long break. Well, I guess we'll start off as we usually do. You guys want to go through the good old recap?
Well, Danil possibly incited a goblin riot and at least talked them into trying to unionize.
Oolah was captured.
Oolah was accused of skulking by the king, and that did not sit well with her.
Garn got his armor.
Darned got his armor. We found that weird, or Danil found that weird journal thing.
We found maybe the source of the Frostblood curse over in the old abandoned dwarf city, Dar Lodar.
Yes. And we found the maps to try to track it, and we figured that the old one is probably what was along that pathway that we were like, let's not right now. It's not on newer maps. Some kind of well, which is probably what's the source of the curse, maybe. And possibly used by Timus? No, it wasn't.
Nah, we ruled that out.
This all happened before Danil incited the Goblin Riot, though. Just for timeline.
Look, she started with the best part, obviously.
Sure.
Obviously. So yeah, now I'm standing in front of the king, being accused of skulking, while you guys were freeing slaves.
I think we had 6 people, and then they were leading us to where the others were kept.
Yep. Alright. So, the kobolds that you guys had basically freed, or leading you through just a bunch of winding corridors and kind of stop you at different points while some of the larger goblins kind of make their patrols through. They're able to kind of hide you guys and just talk their way past the guards, going to get more people to help. You guys follow them for about 5 minutes or so, and they bring you into a smaller cavern where you can see around 20 or so other kobolds that are here. Some are trying to rest, some are trying to eat. You can see one area kind of towards the northwest where it looks like there's almost like a nursery where there's younger kobolds that are there with a couple of older ones that are trying to keep them in line. Kobold looks up to you, Danil, and just, this is where we are.
Is everyone back here kept chained up, locked up? And also, how many guards do we see, I guess, in this area?
In this area, you don't see any. Most of the kobolds that are here kind of look like they've been beaten down and broken. So they've basically accepted their fate here. So yeah, there's no real guards sitting around, other than the ones that are on patrol throughout the cavern system.
Do you know the way to the other entrance, the one the goblins use to get up to the surface?
No, they never show us. What about the one you came through?
We can definitely head back that way. I'm not fully trustful of how safe it is, so I wanted to see if there was another way out, but we can go back. And Dan will actually turn to Key and Jewel and just say, what do you two think? Think we can take everyone and make a break for the Dwarven line?
I think we could. We've gotten rid of most of them between here and there.
In theory, unless there's another patrol in the way, there's nobody working in that front area because they're all angry right now.
Right is on our side. I think we'll be able to help them escape.
All right, well, let's see if we can convince people. And Daniel, returning to the kobolds with us, will say, can you try to round people up? Help us get them moving? I imagine they'd be more willing to follow a familiar face than strangers.
Yeah, I can try. Many may not go for fear of our master.
It's reasonable. Let's take all who we can. And we'll do our best to persuade those who don't wish to.
Okay. Yeah, kind of scurries off and starts talking quietly to all the ones he comes across. Oolah, you're still sitting there in front of the Goblin King. He's basically accusing you of treachery and basically attempted assassination.
Oolah does not skulk. Oolah is not causing treachery. And Oolah is not on an assassin mission.
Then why do you come back? Why are you here?
I thought that we were negotiating with the dwarves for you.
And what did they say?
Unfortunately, not much. They had to take it to their higher ups. And she kind of rolls her eyes like, come on. This is, this is stupid, but trying to get him to give her, favor and not be upset with her.
So you gave them my demands, and then you come back? With nothing? What's the point?
I was coming to see if there was anything else I should include, since they have not made their decision yet.
deception check.
Hmm?
So give me a deception. Get a thing here.
Difficulty?
Getting it. It's gonna be a hard with 2 red.
Alright.
Flip a pip.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just double checking because I might have had something else here, but I could be thinking of something completely different.
What's that?
Oh no, I'm just double checking my talents.
Gotcha.
Alright, I don't have anything to help with this. Unfortunately, I'm pretty much just the muscle. Flipping a pip. Oh, this is not good.
You see him kind of set forward, and you just hear creaking. I see through your lies. You're working for the dwarves. I know you are. Guards, take her away. Round up the troops.
I hope you guys have a plan here because I might have to go crazy here.
Honestly, I'm hoping you do. I really want to see how off the rails we can get.
Yeah, and honestly, we have absolutely no way of knowing like what's going on with where you are.
True. Plus, you guys wanted a distraction.
Definitely getting one.
All right. Well, how many guards are coming, and what are they trying to do?
You see 4 come up. 2 kind of grab your arms. 1 on each side. 2 standing behind you with spears, basically pointing right at your back. You feel them kind of start tugging you towards one of the cavern entrances.
I dig in my heels. I'm not moving.
Okay. You see him kind of look at you. John. Big boss say you go, you go.
Big Boss just accused me of working with the dwarves. I don't answer to Big Boss.
You prisoner now. We go.
Can I, like, lift this goblin up with one arm?
Give it a shot.
What do I gotta roll?
Let's see. What is your encumbrance rating?
9 out of 13. A brawn of 5.
I see you just do curls, just like start curling some goblins.
That's kind of what that was one of the plans.
Bench press the king.
I don't know. The king is bigger than me.
Give me a athletic check.
But surely he's not as dense as like a weight.
It's going to be average difficulty. And you'll get a boost because they are a lot lighter than like a normal person.
So basically what I want to do is the one holding my dominant hand, I want to pick him up with my arm, because I'm assuming they're holding my wrist, right?
Kind of like your forearm, like right here. Or your bicep area.
That's better because I can bend my elbow. So basically she's going to pick up the goblin with her. She's going to reach behind her and draw her axe. And she's just going to stare down the goblin. She's going to like hold her arm like this so that the goblin's hanging off of her arm that's holding the axe. And she's just going to stare him down.
I'm just going to do a mass roll here. Do you have intimidation? Or, sorry, in here it's coercion.
I do have coercion.
What is it?
1 yellow, 1 green.
That was a damn good roll.
Yeah.
So, you see about 8 goblins that are in the room run. The 4 guards that have been around you just keep standing there. As you're staring the one in the face, he's just staring straight back.
This goblin is a true badass.
Or really stupid.
I guess we're gonna do this the hard way. I'm gonna go ahead and, along with the goblin hanging off my arm, I'm gonna swing my axe at the one holding my other arm.
Alright.
probably more like a, I don't know, it's not going to be one like that, because if he's holding me the same way the guy holding on to me is,
Right.
I'll chop at his arms, cut his arms off.
Can I always try?
Alright. What's my difficulty?
Alright, so it will be... We're going to make it hard. You're going to get a setback because he does have melee defense. But you're going to get another one because you are considered grappled.
Okay.
Blood, blood, blood.
Alright. I'll definitely hit him.
Can I tell you what I'd like to happen?
Go for it.
So what I'm thinking is she's got the one goblin like hanging off of her arm, and she reaches over and she's like whack, and she chops the arms off the other goblin that's hanging onto her arm. But while she does that, the goblin that's hanging onto the arm she's using to chop, he goes flying and like hits the ground pretty hard. Maybe not like kill him, but you know, maybe just a little dazed or something, while the other goblin's arms are chopped off. And if they're hanging onto my arm still, she'll shake them off. Otherwise, if they fall, cool.
Alright. So basically, are you going to use your triumph to basically launch the other one?
Yes.
So let's roll damage.
Okay, hold on. Find it. Oh, here we go. All right. Damage 4 plus 4 is 8. Plus my brawn is 13. Let me just double check. I don't think I have anything that adds damage, but let me just double check. I could have added a boost to that too, apparently, because I have quick strike. Nope, I don't have anything. So yeah, 13.
Alright. So yeah, as your axe comes down, cleaves right through his arms. You just and your blade just kind of keeps going down as your arm is basically guiding it down. You see it just dig through his chest, and just keep going all the way through. He just flops over, gurgling. At the same time, as when you're bringing it across, you kind of flick your arm and just the other one just lost his grip and went flying off. Kind of hits a pillar, slides down. Be dazed for a turn. Alright, need you to roll initiative.
vigilance or cool?
For you, it'll be cool because you initiated it. Okay.
Oh my goodness! All I kept hearing was didn't didn't. You got this, Oolah.
Damn right.
So now that we've got this, what are you guys doing?
I would assume that I'd be trying to help remove the shackles for everyone that we can gather.
As we're getting ready to go, Jewel's going to ask if we really want to do this. If saving these lives is risk starting a war between the goblins and the dwarves, because we're undermining what we told the goblins we were doing.
Oh, I know you have no idea, but I already did that.
Look, I know that this kind of messes up the plan, but this isn't something I can just let slide. Besides,
Me either.
maybe the plan just changes a little bit. Maybe we just oust the old Goblin King. You know?
Chaotic good. Doing the right thing, even if you gotta kill everybody to do it.
No one deserves to be in captivity, Jewel. Not even these kobolds, and not even if it's on their sovereign land.
Not even these. What? What the
I'm
hell
just-
does that mean?
I'm just saying.
What the fuck?
That's not what I meant. I was more telling Jewel to fuck off in not so many words.
Look, I get
I'm
the
having
intent, but goddamn.
flashbacks, Nikki. I didn't mean it that way.
I didn't.
I know you didn't.
Anyway, yeah. We'll improvise. And hey, maybe they were gonna start a war anyway. Not necessarily under our control, but we can get these people out.
So we're in honor of Donald Rumsfeld. We're using his defense that they were going to attack us anyway, so it's better if we attack them.
No.
Please, no.
That's not the way Key is approaching it. Key is approaching it as no one deserves to be held in captivity. It goes against absolutely everything I stand for.
Jewel will go along, but she thinks you're thinking too small. That saving little people here and there isn't what's going to change the world. We need to do bigger things to change the world bigger.
Did she say that to Key? Key's response back will be, every bit of grain that you put into the pot makes it bigger and fuller for everyone to eat.
Ladies, please. This doesn't need to be an either-or situation. We can get the slaves out and convince the goblins to overthrow their king.
We're wasting time.
We are wasting time. Has anyone refused to gather up? Because Daniel wants to try and give some kind of inspiring speech, even if he knows it's futile.
Yeah, there's about 6 or so that they refuse to leave without getting their master.
Trying to think of a
What
good tact.
role would be equivalent to psychology?
persuasion or coercion?
Coercion's using fear, basically intimidation.
Didn't work so well for me, but
This
sure,
would
Charm,
be-
a way to
understand.
do it. You know, when you're trying to, well, that's more seducing and charming.
Like, this is more trying to, like, break those barriers down, right? Like, they've been essentially
I feel like that would be persuasion.
persuasion.
Let's see, persuasion, leadership.
In my mind, I was thinking of doing like a leadership check because I'm not sure we have time to like put these kobolds through therapy, but at the very least, I can try to inspire them to follow us for now.
Go for it.
We'll get
Perception
you
search
therapy
next.
when you're safe.
And
Well,
I'm
no, I
going.
was just thinking if there was something that we could say that would help counteract that, you know,
And the
Stockholm
union will
syndrome.
pay for it.
But if Danil wants to try to use verse to inspire the masses, go for it.
I was actually. Daniel's going to whip out the lute and softly as he can play some music. I figure like if people are near enough to hear this, we're going to be bumping into them anyway. So Daniel will try to softly play a little tune, and mechanically, I'm augmenting myself for the coming check, but I'm gonna. Flavor wise, I'm thinking they're more cohesive than that. He's like making a display of magic and also trying to speak to people conventionally.
All right. Let's go ahead and do your enhancement check. Get all the triumphs out now.
I don't know. Would it make sense in this case to add a yellow die to the roll instead of a green die with the triumph?
Yeah, you can upgrade your check.
Okay. I will use the triumph for that then.
All right. So yeah, you feel your familiar magic kind of boost you. You get that usual feeling. Kind of makes you warm. Going, yeah, I know I'm better.
And I'm flipping a pip too, god damn it. What is the difficulty then for the leadership check?
All right. So the leadership check. Alright, so it will be, we're gonna go average, but you're gonna get a setback because they're very adamant about not leaving their master.
So Daniel, strumming the lute, says, "Listen to me, my friends. I can't claim to know the horrors you have endured down here, and nothing I say can make that right. But there is a chance that you you deserve to have something better than this lot in your life. I implore you, join with your fellows. Follow us. We will keep you safe through these tunnels until we come out to a new home, a new life."
You see them kind of look around at each other and they're all start just kind of nodding. You see an older female kobold kind of come walking up. She looks at you. Kind of slowly reaches a hand out, puts it on your shoulder.
We will go. But I think you misunderstand what we mean. When we say our master, we do not mean the goblins. When we were brought here, we used to maintain the areas around our master. He has watched over us for many, many generations. But when they came, the story goes that they captured him while he slept.
And you have not seen him since?
I have never seen him, but I know he's there. I can feel him.
Your master wouldn't happen to be a kobold, would he?
No. Her name is Uzette. And he's very, very old.
She kind of.
She's like, but if you could free him, that would do us a great service.
Well, I will certainly see what I can do. Don't want to leave anyone trapped down here. This Uzette is he a spirit, a god, a dragon, something else?
When you say dragon, her eyes kind of sparkle.
Very, very old one. Here, before you go, I've got something for you that may help.
And she kind of slowly walks back to this little hut type thing they kind of carved out. And she comes back and she's got, looks like a scroll that's rolled up.
Here, take this. It may help, though I don't know if the goblins have changed any of the layout. This has been passed down to me from the last shaman of this tribe. It was passed down to him. It was passed down and passed down. So things may be a little different, but hopefully it will help out.
My thanks. I'll do what I can to search. But first, we should get all of you out to safety while the coast is still clear. One of my comrades is still here. We'll also need to find her as well.
Well, then let's not dawdle.
She starts kind of walking off.
Yeah, I guess Daniel will put the scroll away to take a closer look at it later, and then in the meantime, we'll just try and get people back heading down the tunnel towards the break that leads to the dwarven lines.
Alright. So, now we go back to why this is here. Nothing.
Meanwhile, in Oolah land.
Yep. Alright, so we have. So the one that's
Alright, so one of the ones that was behind you basically makes a stab for your back. Do you have any defense? Melee?
I have 1.
You feel a sharp pain as the tip of the spear kind of slams into your back. 6. That's an accurate weapon. For 6 wounds before soak.
So no wounds, thank you.
God, you got 6 soak.
Yeah, I do.
5 brawn really helps.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you just feel kind of like a scratch as it kind of slices across.
An annoying scratch.
Pretty
Just
much.
but to scratch.
Just put a flesh.
Oolah doesn't even need to activate her heroic ability here.
Oh, that hurt. I mean, it's not bleeding, but that's gonna welt up. Alright, so the other one is gonna do the same.
Oolah could get an infection. And
True.
eventually, much, much later, die of it.
Happened.
In the company of like 3 healers.
Campaign ended because we all died of tetanus.
Alright, so this one's gonna be 5.
I'm
Kinda
fading
hits.
fast, Sammy.
As the spear kind of hits your side, you can kind of tell it was going for your mid-back. But when he went to thrust, he kind of stumbled, which threw him off, and it just kind of grazed across the back of your armor. You see him kind of stumble forward. And then he's gonna basically run out a little ways away from you. Go up into short range. Now, the Goblin King slowly starts kind of pushing himself out of the this little throne. Big one. Makes his way to you, and in his hand you see this pretty heavy-looking club. It's kind of engraved, and he takes a big swing at you. Basically, as you're kind of turn back, look at him, get ready for it, that club just comes in. You try to fend it off, it connects hard for 11 wound.
-6.
Yep. Up to you.
All right. I am going to use a maneuver to spend 1 strain for defensive stance.
So until the end of my next turn, I upgrade the difficulty of all melee combat checks targeting me by 1. And I'm going to spend a story point to activate my heroic ability, and that will be 3 rounds.
Okay.
And that also upgrades the difficulty of combat checks targeting me by 1.
Alright. This one, he's dazed. So he kind of, the one that you threw, kind of gets up, shakes himself off, and just basically trying to get his bearings. He kind of starts stumbling over towards his boss. That'll be his. Goblin King looks at you, just smiles. So, don't want to give up! Brings the club back down again. You said it upgrades once?
Once for my heroic and once for my defensive stance.
Okay, so basically, I get 2 red. I'm gonna flip a pip. Grade that to a yellow. Two successes. So it connects again for 10 damage.
But I take no damage,
Yes.
so.
So yeah, you just kind of, as it hits, you just kind of slide back. Just the sheer momentum of that club. You just kind of, huh?
She just gives him a really toothy grin, like show off those fangs.
Good sir, you've brought a spoon to a spork fight.
Yep.
Because it'll hurt more. Alright, so, attack top of the round. One of the we'll go for the one that you threw comes up. And see him kind of pull out this nasty, rusted looking blade.
Yep, he's trying to give me tetanus.
How long does your stuff last? Your heroic ability is 3 rounds.
Heroic ability is 3 rounds, and till the end of my next turn. So
Okay.
Oh no. It's great to see Joe roll despairs.
So as he comes up, take a slash. You just twist your axe and it hits. Apparently finds the one weak point, and you just hear bang, and he just Goes like that and just looks at the hilt as the rest of the blade is on the floor. And just looks up at you.
This goblin's having a bad day.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is. He thought he was all badass staring me down.
Look, this goblin is a hero. He's just in way over his head.
I mean, honestly, if he wasn't fighting me, he would be definitely a hero.
Alright.
Truth.
So, the one that kind of stumbled and ran off sees that, throws his spear on the ground. You see him grab behind his back, pull out his bow, and going to attempt to shoot you with an arrow.
At least this one knows to stay far away.
Too bad he doesn't know that I have magic.
You failed the roll but got the
So-
triumph.
Alright, I know I'm gonna do the triumph. So, yeah, the arrow comes and just kind of gets right between your fingers on your axe. So your next attack is going to increase the difficulty. It's not upgrading, it's just increasing.
So 1 extra dice.
Yeah. And yeah, he kind of hops back further.
He tried.
He tried so hard.
Alright, the king is going to attempt to smack you again. Let me see what he's got here. So yeah. He's gonna try to... I think he's gonna try to get through your defenses, so... It connects, but it just doesn't do anything still. And you feel a hit. You feel the impact, kind of shoves you back a little, but... Like, damn you! You see him kind of backs up, moves more into short range instead of engage.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Lucy?
All right.
Reckless charge time.
Hell yeah. So 2 strain to get 2 successes and 2 threats to the results. It's normally average, right? So I have to do hard.
Yes.
All right, well, she's gonna reckless charge right up into the king's face with her axe. She's gonna take a big old heavy swing. So that will be another 13 damage.
All right. So yeah, you slam into him. Bring your axe into him, and it hurts him. Not quite as much as you were hoping, but it hurts. He just kind of looks down, looks back at you. And the other one's here is going to attempt to...
Oh. Also, I don't know, but it actually has Pierce 3, if that makes a difference. And Vicious 1.
We don't need to find a dragon. We just need to give Oolah some wings, and she's pretty much just tough.
Let's find a potion of fire breathing.
I could see that. She would do the fire breathing, and then you can see her with those like mechanical wings on her back. She would have a great time.
Look, the big bad might be an evil god and all, but have you seen Oolah roll 2 triumphs on a battle axe attack? It's not pretty.
You can't kill a god. Okay, she can kill a god.
That's a triple triumph. Okay, sure. Why not?
Alright. Yeah, this one's gonna attempt to stick you in the back.
Now it's only one upgraded once.
You're still immune anyway, so what difference does it make?
I am, but might as well.
It's harder to hit me for no damage now.
Exactly.
Well, hey, extra chances for despair, never a bad thing, you know?
So yeah, it just kind of grazes you. I can barely feel it. It might welt up later. Then you see him kind of run back and join his buddy. Pulls out a bow. Alright, Goblin King not looking too good. Yeah, so he's gonna... I guess he's just trying to club you into place.
Club me into submission.
Okay.
Poor Goblin King.
So the triumph as he kind of hits and. Let's see,
I love that they can't even get a no damage crit because they're missing those attacks.
all right. So yeah, basically his swinging at you with the club. He's gonna kind of throw you off, so it's actually gonna get rid of your defense for a round.
Okay.
Okay, so back to this guy with his spear or his bow. Actually, yeah, we'll bounce back to the others.
Don't worry, guys. I got this.
I believe in you, Oolah.
I have exactly 0 doubts.
Makes you wonder how weak the dwarves are if they don't want to take care of these guys themselves.
Do you guys want this mountain? I mean, we could just take everybody out.
I mean, the idea is tempting.
Alright, so what are you guys doing? All the kobolds are basically ready to go. Most of them are starting to head out towards the entrance.
We're
Yeah,
able to remove their shackles easy.
Yeah, I mean, you guys basically remember how you did it before.
Divine intervention is how we did it before.
Yeah.
It's all good. I'm going to suggest we have people at the front and back of the crowd just to make sure nothing weird happens with anyone sneaking up.
I'll lead if you'd like.
If you want, I can cover the back then. I imagine at least one of us should go back and look for Oolah, make sure that she's fine. While the rest maybe try to
Fair.
get the kobolds through to the essentially get them up to the surface, get them through the dwarven blockade, barricade, whatever it is.
She did get lost in the woods in a ice thing, so fair to go make sure she's okay.
Look,
you guys, look at my shirt for today.
yes, it's very true. And like, I don't think anyone here in the party is worried that Oolah is in danger, but it's well, we can't leave Oolah here. We gotta go find. We've lost our Oolah.
We're aware she was taken. We are not aware of what has happened since.
Correct.
Well, again, Key will be... She's going to be offering to guide them out.
Sounds good. My parents would call this the goose marching order, where like someone's in front leading, someone's in back, making sure nobody gets lost. And I guess we just head back the way we came, try to make it out to the crevice, and then back across to the dwarven line.
Okay. Alright, so Kila's in the lead. Give me a stealth check.
All of us, or just one of us for everybody?
Just Keela, since she's point.
My one green dice.
Yep.
This is how I ended up in my situation.
Look, you volunteered to lead.
I know. I didn't think that we were going to go stealthily. What's
I mean,
the
with any luck,
difficulty?
there's no one here because the patrols are all off fighting Oolah, and
Yeah.
the workers are all off demanding better pay.
So we're gonna go average difficulty.
Well, at least it's 2 dice to 1. That's not so bad.
You can also flip a pip.
I don't like giving him more pips against Oolah.
Oh, he's got plenty. Like,
Oh, I'm sitting on 3 right now.
Fine. That gives me another green, right?
it either makes a green yellow, or if you already have all yellow dice, then it gives you another green.
Yes.
So then it gives me a yellow dice. Got it. Nope.
Alright. So, you guys are kind of making your way back through the way that the kobold that was leading before, kind of following that same path. As you round a corner, you run smack dab into 2 goblin guards. Like, why are you taking them?
Okay, my first reaction was to say, this is not what I'm going to say. My first reaction was to say, to the bathroom.
These aren't the kobolds you're looking for.
Right? Okay, I gotta come up with a good lie now. Oof. What's my deception? Okay, they asked me what am I doing with them?
Where are you taking them?
Oh, just around the corner here.
Okay, give me a deception. We're gonna go.
I imagine Daniel's like trying to pantomime a complicated story from the back, and not a single person nearby understands what the fuck he's trying to convey.
Well, they asked me where I'm taking them. I am taking them around the corner. It's not a lie. Not really.
Alright, so we're gonna go. Difficulty wise. We're gonna go hard with a setback, yeah, because they're really suspicious as to why you're leading all of, like, your
It
entire
could get
contingency of slave labor out.
You could get a very lucky roll. The difficulty dice could all be blank. It could happen.
So it's okay.
It's
I mean,
not
it's not
beyond-
technically a lie, though. So do I get anything for it not being a lie?
It's still deceiving, though.
Is your persuasion better than your deception?
Maybe. Hold on, let me see. Where is persuasion?
It would be
Charm.
Charm.
Charm? Yes, actually, my charm is better than my deception.
Oh, you can use that if you want.
Okay. All right. I'm keeping this because it's funny. Because I had deception up before, and then I put charm, so now it says deception charm.
Well, chat just says, just kill goblin filth.
No. Damn.
Oh no.
So, you're like, just around the corner? See the 2 kind of like look at each other, look back at you, kind of put their spears at the tip facing you. Like, you come with us. All of you go back. You see the kobolds kind of like,
Hold on a second. Not today. It's not going to happen today. I'm just going to try to figure out what kind of spell I can use with divine, so I can use my divine intervention.
Does divine have attack spells?
I think so. I gotta pull it up.
I think you've used attack before.
Well, I've used like a form of attack, but like what I'd be attempting to do is more just knock them out. Because it's how many guards too?
Yeah. Oh, there's not like a divine only attack.
But if I'm trying to like make them fall asleep though, or would that, I don't know. I'd have to look at the book.
Wait, no, sorry, they do. They have a holy and unholy. You can deal damage to the target if it's an antithesis of what your faith is.
So, but I guess I'm not really intending to attack more than just.
Well, you can do it, or no, that's primal only. They have a stun ability.
Primal is the only one that has a non-lethal attack?
Yep.
What?
Yep, primal has non-lethal.
Would I be able to curse them into sleep? I can curse with divine.
Don't see why not.
Kindly extend your fingers,
Yeah,
my
you
good
can do,
sirs, for the
despair.
spindle.
And it's up to difficulty by 2. The target's strain and wound thresholds are reduced by an amount equal to the character's ranks and knowledge.
Which I have a ton, so I'd like to try to curse them to sleep, please.
Alright. Give it a shot.
Yep, and I will be calling on Fiona for this.
Okay, so it starts out as average, so it goes to... That's going to go up to formidable.
What does that mean?
4 dice. 4 purple.
Do I get a boost for calling on Fiona, or is that just have to use? Okay.
Oh, you can get a boost from it.
Ooh, sweet. Might not have to call on divine intervention.
Alright, so what would the total be for, like how many ranks of knowledge do you have?
Which knowledge? I have 3 ranks in, or like 3 yellow dice in adventuring. I have 2 yellow, 1 green for lore, 2 yellow, 1 green for forbidden.
I don't really want to be forbidden. Oh, no, actually, yeah, we'll probably have to go with forbidden.
Okay, so then 2, right? Because it's how many yellow dice you have?
Yeah, it's the ranks.
Yes, then 2.
Alright, so you see them So the one that was giving you commands, as you basically throw that out there, you see him just, we said, we, and just flops over that one, just like, hey, where's, and topples over.
So Key will look back to everyone and just be like, come on, let's go. Time is of the essence. Let's go.
I did a thing, let's move. Alright, so yeah, you guys keep going. After a couple minutes, you make it to the hole that you guys had come through. The familiar entrance for you guys. And as you look through, you can see like the wall of dwarves still sitting in position.
I guess Daniel will run up to the dwarves on guard and say, we need to let some people through. We have refugees that we liberated from the goblin area. We're trying to get them up to the surface.
They're gonna look at you, look at each other. What?
There were some kobolds enslaved down in the mine. We let them out.
What do you want us to do?
Let them through. We're trying to get them up out of here.
The intention is to get them back to their home, not resettle them here in the mountains.
You know another way up to the surface other than past you guys?
No. Not we haven't been through there, so we don't know.
Well then, they need to get up through here. It's the only way we know out. They've got civilians. Some are elderly, some are children.
Give me a leadership check. We're gonna go average, because I know that you're kind of running back and forth for everything. Yeah, average difficulty. You'll get a boost because since I know that you're running around for everything, that you had been essentially hired for the dwarves to help out.
I don't think I'll blow our last pip on this, so let's see how we do.
Alright, so the one that you had been talking to, he's like, well, I think we gotta get somebody down here. One of the other ones just bang smacks him upside the back. Make a hole for him. Yes, sir. And you see him kind of part.
Appreciate it. And then I guess we're just gonna usher the kobolds in.
Alright.
And
Yeah,
then
you guys start running out. Kind of help the kobolds through. The younger ones, the older ones, kind of crawl up and over everything. You see one of the scouts for the dwarves kind of starts leading them out.
all right, what do we think? Do we all want to go back for Oolah now, or do we want to stick with the kobolds and make sure nothing happens to them?
It's really up to you to know. Do you want to leave them scared and alone?
No, I don't think we should leave them alone. I think at least one of us should go with them, and I'm happy to do that if that's what we want. But someone should also go back and get Oolah.
I'm also willing to do it, but these are your brethren, so it's your choice.
I mean, I want to go with the group, and out of character, I don't want to force someone to be on babysitting duty, so I will happily take that if need be, so that people can have fun and go back to find Oolah just
all right.
punching out every goblin.
You do know that you did see the one dwarven scout leading them out. And since you guys, basically have stated that, we're trying to get them outside.
True. Actually, what I will do then, because I think we're all just concerned. We don't want to like get these people up to the surface and then be like, well, here you go. You're on your own now, kids. But
tell the one older one that told you about the master to tell him to find Garnd and Jorlak.
That's what I was going to do. I'm going to whisper to the shaman, say, listen, we have some friends up on the surface who can help you stay safe, essentially, until we get back up. We've got to go back for our friend.
One might be a goblin.
Well, yeah, it's one. Our friend is a goblin. I understand that this may be upsetting. No, one is a goblin. The other is a giant direwolf. The direwolf is very friendly, though.
They're not known to be friendly.
He's a good boy. Anyway, I realize that this is very unconventional and seems bizarre, but we have to go get our friend. We will meet you on the surface. I'm assuming they're out in the little marketplace just beyond the Dwarven City. The scout should be able to get you all at least that far. If you cannot find either of them for any reason, stay together on the edges. We should be back in a few hours' time, I think, at most.
Alright, we will go look for your goblin dire wolf friend. You have strange company, but I thank you for getting us out of there.
Don't mention it. And then I guess we just tear off back down to the goblin area. Like, oh shit, now we just gotta find Oolah.
Alright.
With 0 stealth ability. Yay!
It's all right. If
I
you're
don't
going
think we'll need
towards
stealth where
I
we're
am,
going.
they're like running away from me right now.
Alright, so we'll move back to Oolah. But let's do a quick break, hit the bathroom, stuff like that, and then we'll come back and get this party going again.
Sounds good.
Hi. Alright, we will be right back. Hopefully with a cat in my face.
And we're back. Alright, Oolah. Here we go again.
Yeah, there's 3 dudes ahead of me.
Yeah. Alright, so... One's gonna try to take a shot again.
Kitty love. And a frozen gin.
Right. Some other arrow impacts you, but again, you don't feel it. He probably turned the thing back on airplane mode. Alright, just trying to get that fixed. Once again, turn on airplane mode.
And it caused
One
a
by
John
one, we're
crash.
losing everyone.
One by one, we're going down. There we go. Alright, so yeah.
Where is Belai?
I don't see one.
Yeah. Another arrow hits. Doesn't do a thing. Since you're still not taking damage. Alright, he's gonna pass a boost. So next one. The other. You see one of them kind of runs off over to kind of like one of the sets of doors that have been makeshift put up. When a bunch of the other ones had run, they just kind of left it open. You just see him running for that, yelling in Goblin. Mr. Big Gold King here is gonna take another swing. Pop that for 3.
Uh-oh.
So he does connect again, but you're still not taking damage. However, since it does hit, you spend 2 advantage to activate knockdown. So you will be knocked prone. And his triumph, he's going to crit.
up to you.
All right. Um, okay, I'm going to use an incidental to heal my strain with second wind.
Okay.
And then I am going to use my maneuver to activate Berserk. So I will add 1 success and 2 advantage to all melee combat checks, but you also get a success every time you attack me.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attack the Goblin King.
Alright. Did you stand up to attack?
Oh yeah, I'm on the floor, aren't I?
Yeah.
How close is he?
Oh, he's engaged with you. Basically, when the club hit, when it hit you, though you didn't take the damage, you just were slammed down to the ground.
So is he standing like over me?
Pretty much.
Do it.
Yep. I'm going to attack from the ground. And I'm going to just raise my axe over my head and then slam it right towards his, well, middle.
Going for the beanbag?
Yes. So what did I get? What did I have to roll for that?
Alright, so it's still gonna be average difficulty, but it's gonna go up to hard. Yeah, let me just double check here. So you're also gonna suffer a setback for attacking while prone.
All right.
Trivial in the face of Oolah.
Here we go.
So, as your axe is coming, he sees what you're doing. He kind of like hops back, just out of range. What are you gonna do with your 2 advantage?
Oh, since I have 2, can I save it for a boost for me next time?
Yeah, you can give yourself a boost.
Yeah, so that's what I'll do.
Alright. Alright. So the other one. He is going to.
He's gonna grab his spear again, since his sword broke, and try to stab you while you're down.
They try all the time.
So he hits. Be 6 damage, but you're still not taking it just yet. Is the end of this round?
Yeah, the end of this round.
Alright. So yeah, when he does it, he kind of slips a little bit, stumbles. So he'll, with his threat, any attack against him will grant that person a boost. Alright, and good old King is gonna club you while you're down.
You can try.
That's a lot of hits.
Thank God that my thing doesn't run out until the end of this turn for
That'd
him.
be 15.
He's still going to get a shot at you while you're on the ground, though.
Yeah,
The
so,
start of
I
next.
know. I know.
so yeah,
I just gotta hope that it's not as bad.
You'll last a turn. Don't worry.
so yeah, you feel the impact. I mean, it hurts, but it's not doing anything. But I mean, it kind of slams you back down. All right. All right, everybody else. Go ahead and roll your initiatives.
I imagine we just followed the sounds of loud noises to find Oolah. It's like, oh yeah, it's it.
Well, you know which way she was being marched off. It'll be vigilance because you guys don't actually know you're coming into combat.
Oof. What the hell are these rolls?
Alright, first one is going to take a shot again. With his bow. It's going to be a little bit harder. So you hear an arrow kind of impact the ground next to you and just kind of skitter off. And then he moves around to get into a better position. Still staying within short range. Next one's gonna also try. One success. So you kind of feel one slam into your leg for often 5 damage, which doesn't really do much. Go for. We'll do this one as that's gonna be the king. So yeah, he's gonna try to slam you again. He's getting tired of you just taking all of his hits and not really doing anything back. Or not really doing anything back, but having no effect on you. this is
It adds
gonna be,
tension to an epic battle.
So 12 damage. As his blows
Wait.
just
I have a question.
have an answer, possibly. Ryan says, "Rip."
After damage is calculated, but before soak is applied, I can suffer 3 strain to use the talent to reduce the damage of the hit by 2 plus my ranks in parry.
Hell fucking yeah.
Okay.
All right. I only have 1 rank in parry, but
2 extra wounds avoided.
no, 3.
Oh yeah, 3, sorry. I have the talent. I don't.
So what was it? It was 12.
Yes.
All right, so then it's 9, and now I apply my soak. So 3.
Yep. And he's gonna do another crit.
Wait, what was my other crit? I can't remember.
It increased the difficulty of your next check by 1.
Yeah. Well, I get to reduce because of my critical thing. $10 per rank. But honestly, this is fine. Two.
All right. PC.
I'm guessing Ulu's gonna want to go first.
I am. I'm going to go ahead and spend my maneuver to get up. And I'm going to take my action to reactivate my heroic ability.
Oh, you got the multiple one.
Yeah, this is the last time I can use it, but... And
Only
Oolah just
lasts 3 more
smiles.
rounds. It only lasts 3 rounds. That's it.
Yep.
Just
Alright.
3 more rounds of invulnerability.
And my friends are coming.
Well, technically, we're here.
All right, yeah. Well, I got up. She kind of like gets up and does this whole like wipe her mouth thing. Because, you know, that looks badass. And just kind of smiles at him.
Alright. Alright, NPC.
Oh, and she also goes, "Is that the best you got?"
Alright. So NPC, he's still running. So. Alright, who wants to take the first NPC or first PC slot?
I was planning to augment people, so it might make sense for me to go first.
Alright, so basically as you run into the room, you see 2 of the larger goblins with arrows, bows and arrows, firing at Oolah. You see Oolah on the ground kind of take a hit from the Goblin King with this massive club, and then her start to kind of get up, wipe her mouth off. So yeah, that's what you see coming into this.
And you hear her say, "Is that the best you got?"
Yeah.
Actually, I've changed my mind slightly. I'm not going to augment people, but I still want to go first just to try some shenanigans. Because I took a talent recently called Counteroffer. Once per session, I can use this to choose one non-nemesis adversary within range and make an opposed negotiation versus discipline check to stagger them until the end of my next turn. And at GM's discretion, if I do get a triumph, I can make that enemy an ally until the end of the encounter. But the duration may depend upon how good my offer is in character. I want to use my action to try and ask the Goblin Guards where their loyalties really lay in this moment. So Daniel walks in, sees what's going on, and just talks to one of the Goblin archers here. You know, you're a smart guy. You can see where the battle's turning. Have any of you even managed to put a dent in this woman? Who do you think's really going to come out? Oolah? Slayer of Dragons? Or your king? I'm sure you want to be on the winning side.
The king, slayer of no one.
Alright. You said it was against their discipline? For the ability?
Yes.
Okay.
Which means, does their discipline form the difficulty for my check?
Yes. Alright, so this is going to be a easy difficulty.
Well, it's not triumph.
Alright, so
But I'll use some of my advantage to pass a boost to Oolah, at least.
So yeah, as you ask him where his loyalty, he's like, oh, with my king, but we can't do anything to her. We hit her, but
Well, you know, maybe there's something else going on elsewhere, you know? Maybe you've got to check and see if things are okay over in the other tunnel, you know? It's not your fault. Can't do anything here.
So yeah, so right now he will be staggered.
And then I'll maneuver up so I'm alongside Oolah so we can all benefit from back to back. And draw my sword. And that'll be my turn.
Let me just get double check. Staggered. No, yeah, can't perform actions. So good. Alright, PC, who wants to come in next?
I'm planning to just heal Oolah if Jewel wants to do something first.
Go ahead. I mean, we go back to back, so go ahead. I don't have anything planned.
Okay. Well, how many criticals does she have? 2?
2.
And what are they?
One's easy, one's average.
Easy and the other is average.
Okay. It might be better if I just heal your criticals, or do you want me to just heal you because you're at half health?
Well, technically, my criticals are not affecting this fight because I got
Okay.
really lucky with them.
So I'm just going
Well,
to heal you.
They can affect if anybody crits on you, because it still adds. So because if you have a crit, it'll still add to the next check. Just have to remember that you don't suffer, 2 or basically 20 on the roll.
I mean, either way, I'm invulnerable again for the next 3
Right, that's why I was
rounds, so
thinking healing
go
your
for it.
criticals.
Go for it.
Okay, so that would mean, is it 2 difficulty dice or 3? Because it's +2 to heal a critical.
Well, you gotta choose which one you're gonna go for, because it's one at a time.
Which one is the one that's going to cause you the most grief?
Right now, the most grief, neither one of them are going to, because the first one was only for 1 round, and then this one is for the encounter, but it's against like social encounters.
Okay. Then, I don't know, I'll just heal you then, if it's really not going to make a difference. And then I can do whatever else in the next round. And that's 1, right? Since I'm just doing her. Pretty sure. Yes.
Bottom.
Yep. So, I will use the advantage to pass on a boost to the next 2 people.
Alright.
And I get 2 back, right?
Correct.
All right.
And I think you also get 2 strain back.
You can do,
or
if you use the advantage, you can also heal 2 over strain.
then I'll heal 2 of her strain instead of sending along the boosts.
Okay. Alright. Anything else?
She's just gonna say it doesn't have to be this way.
Oh, it does.
Put your well, it does now, but
It's a little too late for that.
It's already been brought in.
see, but she doesn't know. She hasn't been here for the first 3 rounds, so
Alright. Did you want to move anywhere closer?
no, I'm gonna stay where I am. I don't like being in the foray.
Alright. PC!
Alright, since Jules sees Oolah locked in combat with the Goblin King, she's going to let that go, and she's going to take out the other Goblin Archer.
Alright.
They short range, or how far away from where we came in the cavern?
Yeah, you guys are about short range.
Jules been waiting all night for this.
Throw 1 setback too. They do have range defense. Okay. Which spell did you throw out there?
Oh, just a straight attack, boring.
Alright. So it's 5 plus
So
your...
it's 14.
Jesus. Okay. Is this your green attack? Or what does this attack look like?
Yeah, it's just a ray of light.
Alright. So yeah, so as you send that ray of light out, slams into one of the archer goblins, and you see it kind of holds there for a second, and then you just see it kind of burn into him, and then you just see it kind of start to expand and just kind of burst in a flash of light, and light goes dim again, and you don't see any evidence of a goblin that had been standing there.
Look, I'm telling you, buddy, this fight's not going in your favor.
All right, did you want to move or anything? Getting closer.
Nah.
All right, so it goes back to the king. He kind of looks around, sees Danelle come, had run up. Looks at Oolah. Looks at him. Well, if I can't hurt you. You see him swing down at the kobold. Hip.
And I have 2 defense for melee.
So as that club comes down, you're able to kind of just dip out of the way, using your rapier to kind of help guide his club away from you, and just slams into the ground. And where it hits, you see like the stone kind of splinter out. Just kind of brings it back up to do it again.
I see you're not having the best of days, Your Highness.
All right, top of the round. The one of the archers, or the other archer, basically looks over at where the ray of light came from that made his best friend just kind of poof out of existence. He's going to take a shot at Jewel.
He's braver than I thought.
These goblins are champs.
Or wait, no. He can't, because he can't take any actions because Danil has them all clustered up. Trying to figure out exactly what's going on.
He's trying to decide if he should unionize or not.
Alright, so the other one, which had a spear, he's going to take a look at Danil, since he just watched his king take a shot for him, and Danil able to easily deflect it. He's going to try to poke him with the spear. And pokes him. So yeah, so you feel the spear kind of just get a little bit into your armor for a total of 5 wound.
Not quite, though, because I also activate parry, and that will be enough to reduce it to 0 with my soak.
So you get a slight little possible welt. Like a nice little shove. Alright. You see him kind of like jump back. Starts kind of moving around. So he's not in direct shot of the light thrower. And hopefully he can kind of dangle around, or get around your or Oolah's attack. PC.
Ooh, is it my turn?
It's a PC
Yes.
slot, so whoever wants it.
Got like 4 boosts coming.
You've got at least 3 from me.
I know, and I kept a boost for myself from the last time I had advantage.
What you doing?
Ooh. I am going to just take a huge swing at the king again. I'm aiming for his neck. Can I like up the difficulty for that or something?
So you're aiming specifically for his neck? Okay. So yeah, that's going to... I want to say it's going to throw out 2 or 3 setback, because you're aiming for a specific location. I will say 2 for sure. That's going to be average difficulty, but I'm going to flip a pip and upgrade that by 1. This will be 1 red, 1 purple.
But we're getting pips back.
Oh, baby.
Wow. Wow.
Oolah's the new king.
Wow.
Alright.
That would be 9. 14 damage, plus I have enough to activate any critical if I need it, plus a triumph. So if he's not dead, I want my triumph to be he's dead. But I literally was trying to cut his head off, so.
Alright, let's see something here. Alright, what was the total damage?
14 damage.
Okay.
And also pierce 3, vicious 1.
Alright, you said you wanted to crit?
Well, I can activate a crit with 2 of my advantage.
Okay. Do you want to or not?
So yes. Yes. I can't just kill him outright with my triumph.
Sort of. But go ahead and do the crit.
Okay. It's just regular crit, right?
No, your weapon's vicious, right? Is a vicious 1? Then yeah, plus 10. Alright. Alright, and then after that, yeah, you see. So, how do you want to do it?
So, since he's not paying super good attention to me because, he was trying to hit Danelle. So she comes up with her axe and she just takes this huge swing. And his head goes rolling on the floor and she gets sprayed with blood because, it's messy work. And yeah.
Alright.
And then his body just collapses.
So yeah, you hear the head kind of hit the ground with hollowish sounding thud and just rolls. Body kind of waves side to side and then topples forward. When it hits, an even bigger spray of just black ichor just shoots out across the floor. Sprays one of the goblins. And the one that was basically trying to decide what he's supposed to do. Body just lays there. Yeah, he's laying there, semi-quiet except for that one that is still standing there, and you can still hear shouts coming from the that hallway. PC?
Well, I see you've been busy here, Oolah. Well, the kobolds are out safely, at least as far as for Dwarfland, so I see this as a complete win.
I do too. Does this mean I'm king?
Daniel's just going to look down at the Goblin King head for him and be like, so, I guess we should go speak to the goblins and, spin this favorably.
It's just like whatever. She's got blood like sprayed across her face and body. She don't care. Like
He's just gonna look around.
On her skull helmet, she's not going to be super happy. Well, actually, at first she's not going to be happy about it, but then she's going to realize that it might actually make it more intimidating looking, and then she'll be fine with it.
It's very metal, as I've heard some youths say.
As the kids say these days.
Alright, so what do you guys plan to do?
Keela's gonna let Oolah take this over because she fully is aware that Oolah would not have done this unless they had given her good cause, so...
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine we spend a minute or two catching our various groups up on what has happened so far.
I mean,
While this goblin archer just stands there shaking in the background.
Or are you guys staying in the little makeshift throne room here?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Actually, while we talk, Oolah's gonna go sit on the throne.
You should totally take the head of the Goblin King with you.
Yes, I will just set it like right at my feet. And I will wait for the other goblins to come so that they can bow down and pledge their fealty to Queen Oolah.
Alright. Let's see, this guy here. Yeah, the one archer just kind of like stares down at the body of the of his king. Kind of like slowly looks up, looks back down, looks back up. Just not sure at all what to do. You hear that the noise getting louder as the tons of goblins come charging through that door. I mean, it's like somebody turned on a water faucet of goblins, and it's just they start filling the room, and they kind of come to a screeching halt. Look at the ground. Look over at the throne. Look at all of you. And some of them you can see are drawing their weapons.
Oolah never put her weapon away. So she's kind of like, the way she's sitting is she's got the axe head on the ground, like between her feet, you know, and she's kind of leaning on the handle of it, and like just like she's waiting for them.
Are you trying to be like intimidating about it?
Yeah, I guess, kind of.
Maybe more cocky than anything.
I mean, she's feeling like she's pretty intimidating. I mean, she's got the head of their king sitting at her feet, and, you know, she's covered in his blood. So she's feeling pretty intimidating.
I'm so tempted to try and throw my voice so it sounds like it's coming from the crowd and just be like, "Long live the Queen!"
Can always try it.
I'm not sure if that's necessarily what Daniel would do right now, because he's just trying to see how this plays out, so...
Well, does Oolah say anything, or does anybody say anything?
I don't say anything. I just watch them come in.
Okay. So you're not like actually trying to frighten them.
No.
Okay.
She's just sitting there intimidatingly.
As they're filing in, I'll position myself to be standing next to you, to Oolah. Like, I'm in support of her.
Daniel will kneel down, like facing the throne. That's what he'll do.
Alright, what's Jewel doing?
Being extremely jealous, because this is all she wants in life. Sorry.
She's just standing, taking it all in.
Alright. So the goblins just kind of stand there, almost trying to figure out what to do. So on one hand, you're right there, you're sitting, so nobody's really looking to be aggressive, so you guys are pretty much easy targets. But yet their king is dead with his head sitting at her feet. You see?
Is there like...
What?
Oh, I was just gonna ask, is there like the foreman guy, like the one that brought us to the king originally, or anything? Is like, you know, one of the ones that would have been higher up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you see about 6 goblins come up, grab the body of the king, and start dragging him off. And you see the one that you guys had dealt with when you first arrived walk up, looks at you, looks at the king. We want his head.
Why?
Make no difference to you. We want his head.
Just gonna look at my companions and see, like, kind of try to silently see what they think. I mean, he's right in the end. It really does make no difference to us.
Daniel's gonna nod, perhaps with a little too much urgency, like, oh, maybe we shouldn't, like, push him on this specific issue.
He will also nod, like, yeah, it's probably okay.
Jules like, nah. Oolah will wait. Where is he? Is he like up there, or is he a little bit of ways?
He's close to where you're at, close to the makeshift throne.
She'll kick the head over to him.
You see him reach down, kind of pick it up, toss it over to another goblin.
I'm glad everybody's just so careful with this severed head.
But he looks at you and
His
goes,
blood as it.
"Now what you want?"
We want all of your slaves released and no more slaves.
Yep.
We want no more issues with dwarves. And is there something? Do we think they knew about some well or something? Like that they knew about the well, that they're protecting it, or no?
No, that was because I misheard and I thought that the well was in the same mountain we were already in. Daniel is actually frantically taking a look at that scroll because, like, wait, are the goblins connected to this dragon? I'd never had a chance.
So,
I mean, Oolah will, if Danelle makes the gesture, she'll tell him to get out, and this is the Kobolds area. She don't care.
I don't think that kobolds were originally from here.
Coexist with the doors.
Yeah, from the stories I heard, the kobolds had been taken from somewhere else, not by raid. We will, of course, make sure the dwarves do not intrude further into your territory, but we would also ask that you maintain a peaceful border with them. Do not make any excursions into the dwarven side of the mountain.
dwarves not whole problem. They come into our land.
I am in full agreement with that.
We actually have proof that you both have been here about the same amount of time. If you cannot coexist, I'm going to kick everybody out of this mountain and it will be mine. And I will send Jorlak down here to eat you all.
Don't know Jorlak.
She's being that mom, you know, that don't make me do this.
Don't make me tell your father.
Don't make me get my dire wolf down here to eat you.
You make them stay out, we stay out.
Oh, easily.
That is something we can do.
Now
No
you
more
go.
slaves.
No more slaves. No more taking anybody from their homes.
We cannot guarantee.
Then we cannot
Oolah
guarantee
kind of
peace.
stands up and she hefts her axe onto her shoulder. And she's like, you will not enslave anybody else, or I will be back and I will kill all of you by myself.
Give me a coercion check.
Difficulty?
1 red.
Any boosts because I killed their king and covered in his blood?
Yeah, you'll get 2 for that.
Seriously?
He looks at you. Kind of stands up, taller. You may be strong. We have number. You go. Don't come back. Leave us to ours. You already killed King.
If I get any word there are slaves here, enslaved by you, I will be back.
And she like throws her axe back on her back. And she kind of like just pushes by him and walks away.
Alright. So what do the rest of you do?
Daniel will follow, but before we'll ask, please leave the kobolds in peace.
We can leave Kobold.
It's a start, I guess. And then he'll get out of here.
Key, Joe?
I'm thinking
Jewel follows the group. That's what she does. Doesn't have much choice.
And then there's a sniffer.
He's like, what is this thing? I don't want it to be on TV.
Key will just say before she walks out after everyone else, she's not going to say anything, but she is going to say a silent prayer while holding her coin to Fianny, asking for her protection over this place. You know, in an effort to like try to divine goodwill to the whole no slaves thing.
Right.
Because we basically we're leaving them in peace. We've got what we really did, maybe not by the best of means, but you know, she's just kind of try to at least say a prayer to Fianny to, you know,
To Nil
advance
and,
her interests or her not really like influence on this land, I guess. As she
Nil and
departs.
Key have their way of dealing with it, and Oolah has hers.
Yeah.
And I feel like Jewel's probably more on Oolah's side here.
No, she's not going to argue with you now. She might, you know, before we go to bed later, be like, so I've got a couple of notes. But
next time we take over somebody's place.
yeah.
Daniel
But no,
slowly becoming disillusioned with violence.
that's what she'll do. She'll just say a silent prayer for Fianny to have, you know, influence over these lands as our end goal is, you know, we've accomplished what we wanted to here.
All right.
Now it's just convincing the dwarves not to like go.
We're gonna
into
convince
their
the
land.
dwarves to like, oh, you know that place you wanted to take over? Don't.
Can send Oolah in. And she can always kill their king too.
I mean, I'm not gonna copy.
I mean, if this is what we gotta do to make peace.
We're gonna get you the nickname Kingslayer.
Well, apparently I was a dragon slayer. Now I am a king slayer.
Technically, like, wasn't it an ice worm?
Yeah, we didn't kill her either.
Yeah.
I think that's what's called lying in the business. Very convenient at the time.
Alright, so you guys head back to the surface, I'm gonna assume?
Yes, so
Alright.
gotta figure out what the dwarves are doing and keep track of all these refugees we're now in charge of.
Make sure Garnd is feeding them, taking care of them. I'm sure he is.
Alright. So you guys make it to the surface. As you go through the market, you don't really see any of the kobolds, Jorlak, Garnd. But as you guys get further, or closer to the gates, you can hear, sounds kind of like a ruckus going on. And as you come out, you can see all of the kobolds kind of huddled together. Jorlak is just kind of like walking around them in a big circle. And Garn's just kind of like standing around talking to one of them. And then they look over. Garn waves. Jorlak kind of comes bounding over. And the old kobold starts making her way over. And that's where we'll end it for tonight.
I have a feeling that is not how you have planned this to go at all.
Yeah, we
Guess no.
There are no plans.
Yeah, that's a big
Just
one.
react.
That's a big portion
continue to rocket around in want and destruction and chaos.
I mean,
It remains to be seen if we ever actually accomplish any lasting good in any one place.
No kidding. I mean, there was always a chance that if the goblins poked a little too hard, that Oolah was just going to be like, you know what? F it.
And they did. And they accused her of skulking, and she did not like that.
So yeah, so that'll be our session for tonight. Hopefully we should be back on next Monday. And then I think we might have... Let me check here.
Yeah, the week after next, I will not be able to make it because I will be right in the middle of my move then.
Right. So yeah, so we should be good for next Monday. And then we'll probably take a week off. Maybe we'll do a kind of question type thing, or maybe I guess it depends on if we'll have or no, Jen won't be around during that time too. So I think she said she had something going on at the same time. So yeah, we'll either do like a question thing or we'll come up with something. Maybe you guys can do something minor. We'll figure it out. So yeah, we're done for tonight. We're gonna log off here. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Bye, everyone.
Have a good night.
Bye.